Okay, let's take a walk around this N registration, so either 1995 or 96. Land Rover Defender 90 300 TDI factory county station wagon, and this is a genuine county station wagon, not a van conversion. We last sold this in, I think, 2012 or 2013 to the last owner, who's taken it up to a really high spec, including the fitting of a galvanised chassis in 2016. Finished in Rioja red with cloth trim, and it's in 5-seater spec. It's got 2 seats in the front, 2 of the original sideways facing rear seats are there, but it's also got a forward facing rear seat on the passenger side in the back. We'll go through the spec. It's a huge spec on this one, and I probably will miss something, so bear with me on that. From the front, let's have a look. We've got recovery rings under the front bumper, Rebel steering guard. I'm told it's also fitted with front and rear diff guards, but my back's bad at the minute, so I can't crawl underneath to see it. It's got front light guards on it, extra Y-pack spotlights hung onto a front A-bar, checker plate on the wing tops and the modesty covers, and that's about it. It's got a snorkel, snow cowl, XS style side steps. It's got a front a roof light bar with 4 spot lamps on it. These have been replaced, the screen blocks. It's got a full length roof rack with rear ladder, not ladder. What do we have there? We've got those wind deflectors that go around the windows. Around the back we've got North American spec rear lights and North American spec rear bumper with integrated tow pack. Swing away spare wheel carrier, and I think that's it externally. Mechanically, it's also got these are really good feature, these little mud deflectors on the back of the wheel arches, stop mud from being thrown up the side of the car. XS side steps, as we've said. Mechanically, I think the upgrades are it's got a full width intercooler in it, I think, and certainly a short shift gearbox kit and discovery transfer box to give more long-leggedness. I'll have to look through the history to see what else it's had, but it's, as I say, he just hasn't stopped spending money on it, the last owner. And inside, what do we have there? I know we've got a Raptor dash with some extra gauges, including CB radio and a Sony radio CD system. We've got the centre cubby box. What else do we have? Digital clock. That's not much else in the front that's different. And around the back end, we've got lowered bulkhead in it as well for more room for taller drivers. As you can see, bulkhead's been lowered. Those are the 2 original seats, and we've got a forward-facing seat in matching techno trim here, which, as I say, folds in. It's folded in at the minute, but it folds out and it faces forward when it goes through. So let's walk around and pick out some good bits and bad bits. Although previous owner has used it a bit for gentle off-roading and stuff, I don't think it's seen any heavy action. Certainly it's really dent free. The only thing I can criticise on it, really, there is quite a bit of electrolytic reaction now and paint loss, and some of the paint is losing its lacquer and what have you, but it is, at the end of the day, it is a 22-year-old Defender, albeit one with a galvanised chassis. Right, let's start at the front here. All looks fair. One thing I forgot to mention, it's got those, I think they're JBL speaker truck lights under here. You can't really see them under the grills, but they've got daylight running lights in them as well. Forgot about that. Up on the bonnet here, we've got a bit of lacquer loss. Probably can't see because of the shadow from the sun. Bit of lacquer loss just there on the front of the bonnet. Otherwise, a few chips and marks on it. Another bit of lacquer loss back here. But otherwise, around the front end, apart from some bubbling on the light guards, it's all fairly straightforward. Looking down the near side, it's straight enough that it puts many later ones to shame, in fairness. There's no sort of nasty dinks anywhere. There's a couple of sort of tiny dinks in the doors in the passenger door, but that's about it. But they're not major ones at all. Near side front wing is all good. A little bit of paint loss here. Up here on the scuttle, the vent flaps are losing quite a lot of their paint, but the scuttle corner itself all looks pretty good. Hinge is losing a bit of its paint, as you can see there. Screen is all good. Someone, I can't remember if it was the last owner or previous owners, have had a good go at sealing where the roof leaks there and up there as well on that join. How successful it's been, I don't know, but people always try that. Some electrolytic reaction just bubbling under the paint there. It's pointless me listing every single blemish. As I say, it is 22-year-old, I think largely original paint on this one, possibly apart from the driver's door. Bit of paint loss up here, reaction down the base of the passenger door, some hedge scratches along the side, and in here, let's have a look. Excuse me. The rear headlining has been removed, so that's a little unsightly, it's fair to say. Apparently it was just sagging too much, according to the previous owner, and the front headlining has been replaced with black material. Not entirely successfully, but you don't see it when you're driving it. Footwells, that's the passenger footwell, that's all in good order. Put the mat back, and let's have a look at this door. Door bottom actually feels quite reasonable on this one. Yeah, not bad at all. When I was vacuuming it, I didn't come up with a load of, you normally come up with a rust line along the sort of base of the seat box there, and there's none of that. So yeah, passenger door bottom frame looks quite good. Near side rear wing, well, let's talk about this first of all. There is a bit of reaction up here and a little bit around there. Bit of rusting on the tub top trim in the back corner. But the near side rear wing, as you can see, is losing quite a lot of its lacquer around the barrel side and down on the wheel arch eyebrow, and some reaction around there. In fairness, the back end, there is quite a lot of electrolytic reaction all over the back end, especially up here just behind the ladder and the rear door, and the paint has all gone crazed around that rear window, but mainly reaction down the base of the door and stuff. A bit more up here and down there and around under the light and everything. There is quite a lot of electrolytic reaction around the tail end. As I say, one thing you have got though is a galvanised chassis. In the back, rear seats are actually in quite good shape there, and as I say, that folding one is in matching techno cloth. One thing I didn't mention, there's a couple of pulled threads on the front passenger seat. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention, it's got a boost ram on the rear door, so it swings open and holds itself open. Looking down the offside again, very straight. All I can really see from there, say, is the paint on the driver's door is starting to flake. Quite a lot of reaction there on the rear quarter, but otherwise up here, apart from some deeper scratches just here, deeper hedge scratches, it's not too bad. Bit of reaction and paint loss down the base of the wing there. Driver's door, as I say, it's losing, well, the paint is starting to bubble up here. I think it's had this bit from this bit downwards repainted at some stage on the door, and not entirely successfully. Paint is cracking just there. Just a poor repaint, I think, on the driver's door for some reason. Some reaction down the bottom edge of the door. We'll come back to the inside. A-post has lost a bit of its paint just there. Offside front wing all very good. Slight scuff just on the eyebrow. Up here on the scuttle, we've talked about the same as the other side. We're losing a bit of its paint on the vent flaps, but otherwise all good. Screen rubber looks fine. And we've talked about, say, some of this mastic sealing that's been put in around the joints. Inside here, so a quick look at that passenger seat again from here. Yeah, there's a little bit of a pulled thread just there. You can see it on the base of the seat. Otherwise, passenger seat's all good. Driver's seat's all good as well, actually, especially considering the mileage. Driver's seat's in fine shape. And the footwell on the driver's side. There you have it. Not much more I can say about it. It's you know, built for action, this one, thoroughly sorted, has been used for action, and ready for more now. There we have it. My name is Simon. You can reach me in the office on 0118 907 1495, or you can go to our website, which is www.motodrome.co.uk for any further info.